Who knew what we had become? A monster inside of us. We had it coming along for a while now. Had fire burn to start, but emotions put it out. Just waiting for something to spark again. I keep asking myself how it's happened. Now I'm asking, how will I go on? Now I'm asking.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? We are here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Today we're going to hear from Porto, Portugal to Tangier, Morocco. Flight time is going to be about 1 hour and 16 minutes, cruising out to 35,000 feet. The block time gate to gate will be 1 hour and 44 minutes. We're in Ryanair's PMDG 737-800. And yeah, let me just get my rotor pedals set up. Be right back. Alright, I am back. Rotor pedals are set up. Let me just make sure they're in the controls. And they are. We are good there. Alright, so like I said, we are doing 2 flights today. So yeah, let's go in the cockpit and let's get this set up because we're not going 2 legs. Alright, overhead panel. We go battery on, ground power on, fuel aft pump on, APU can start, logo light on. Let's go ahead and get some lights in the cockpit. Turn that on. Turn all this on. Emergency light on. Seatbelts on. Dome light we can turn off. Actually, we'll keep it to dim for now. Boarding is started already. That's good. Let's go over here to our tablet. SimBrief's not there. We'll fix that. Let's see. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and save that. Just go ahead and change it to feet. Fahrenheit. Actually, we'll do Celsius. Because even though we're not in US, but either way, we are not going to be we use kilograms because it's Celsius because we need it for our temperatures and stuff. But yeah, that's good. Let's see the code. Alright, that's good. Alright. That's good. Request that data from SimBrief. Alright, we are going to do into HPA pressure. Over panel. Let's go again. RS is aligned. And APU gen's on. Blue light is on. Packs can go on. Tax are on and go FMC. Let's go ahead and turn our brightness up. Brightness turn up. Alright, that's good. FMC, we can go pause in it. We are at Lima Papa Papa Romeo. Go there. And request flight plan route, set payload, set fuel, and select route. Alright, flight plan request, just go down here, get the lights down here too. And we'll get over here. Yoke is working, rudder pedals, just, they are working, okay. Just to make sure. Alright, load that. Load. Alright, activate that. Execute. Alright, let's go request IR for clearance. Let's make sure this is set up. Yep. Okay. So let's get ATIS.
Wind 200 degrees, 4 knots, variable between 170 degrees and 250 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers or more, scattered 4,800 feet, temperature 16 degrees, dew point 11 degrees, QNH1018, landing and departing runway 35, transition level 040. Temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Francisco S.A. Carnero. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Yankee.
Porto delivery, Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. With information, Yankee request out of clearance to Tangier.
Say again.
Do okay. Let's make sure my mic is okay. It is. Porto delivery, Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. With information, Yankee request out of clearance to Tangier.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, Porto delivery, cleared to Ibn Battuta Airport via Munich 2 Echo departure, runway 35, climb via SID to flight level 100, squawk 2451.
Clear to Tangier Airport via the Manual 2 Echo departure, runway 35, climb via SID to flight level 100, squawk 2451 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, read back correct. Contact ground 118.855 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Contact ground 118.855 when we're pushback or engine start for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Alright. Alright, for our clearance we got. Let's go ahead and test that. Let's go down back to FMC to departure. Runway 35.
TCAS test pass.
So we're switching it to 35, even though they have us on 17 in that aircraft. Shoot, yeah. Okay, got that. Alright, 35 to Echo. Arrival into Tangier. It's gonna be by 28. The ILS Yankee 28. Actually, hold up. Which one you guys want me to take? Let's do weather. Let's see the weather. Weather looking clear. Alright, so we're gonna do. Hold up, let me get my charts to be normal. It's good. Alright, we're gonna do ILS Zulu 28, and we're doing the IBERN 2 Alpha arrival, and we do not have a transition. That's good. Make sure we get rid of discontinuities. That's good. Alright, inner request perf init request for fuel. Alright, that's good. Load. And we can go ahead and, I don't know what's going on my yoke. Let me unplug it. Plug it back in. That's good. Alright, fixed it. Park brake should be set. Do not know why it's not set. Also, why is it stuck now? Alright, it's good. Alright, yoke work, star works. Okay, weird. Alright, that's good. Let's go TFC on both sides. Haven't flown, well, last time I flown was last time I streamed, so which was May 1st, which is what we did in Russia. Flown for. Alright, so that's good. Still a little wonky, but still good. Alright, let's go ahead and check out our flight plan. Departure on out. Just a little quick walkthrough. And we should get vectors, which most likely we're going to, because flight plan a little wonky on that end, but we'll probably get vectors on it. If not, we'll maybe manual vector us in, but we'll see. Alright, since that's done, transponder set, speed's gonna be, let's see, the takeoff speeds. I have 3.5 today. We are gonna be flaps. Let's see, cell temp's gonna be 45 degrees Celsius. Once we take off 1. Flaps 5 for departure. CG, trim 137, 138, 143 for V1 speeds, V speeds 137, 138, and 143. Alright, that's good. Alright, everything's good down there. 35,000 feet. Is there? Let's go ahead and check our arrival into Tangier. Let's see, our landing altitude is going to be 307, so about 300 we'll put. There we go. Yoke, chill. Okay. Sounds like I'm gonna just do that again. Is FS realistic working? Yeah, it's good. Alright. Since that's good, yaw damper can go on. Window weights can go on. Flight directors on. And VNAV on. 143 plus 10. Let's go ahead and get our runway heading. Runway heading is 351. And go ahead and climb by SID by 10,000. But let's go 3,000 for takeoff. 3,000. Alright, 3,000. Auto brakes. RTO. Let's go auto throttle on, and fuel pumps can go all on because they're ready for pushback. Yeah. and hydraulics, electronic hydraulics on, and anti-collision light come on. It's not working now. Okay. Just try this. It's gonna work now. Porto ground. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Request push and start. Alright, request push and start.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Startup approved.
They're not called
Call when
start.
ready for taxi.
Whatever.
Wilco, startup approved. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo.
Okay. Alright, let's go push back. Anti-collision light on. Nah, just reset that. Don't have time to wait. No, don't have time to wait. Alright, prepare. Please disconnect everything. Close all doors. Release all ground service. Move chocks. Alright, push back to the right. Oh, 35's right here. Push back to the right. Actually, push back to the left could be better. Yep, so we can push back to the left. Which is to take us on Sierra 1, which would do Bravo right to the runway. Yeah, we'll do that. It's just Bravo. Can we please push back? Holy crap, bro. So push back left. Fucking year. Alright, push back left. Alright. Alright, push back, packs off. APO bleed on. Engine start to the left because we are in Europe. And Ryanair does. Engine number 1, ground. Submission number 1. Wait for 25%. Let's go system test.
Glide slope. Pull up.
There's 25.
Wind shear.
Engine 1 start.
Wind shear.
Fuel.
Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
Alright, system complete. Scenery looks trash back there. let's go back up here. Turn that off. Turn those all the way up. Alright, engine number 1 is started. Let's go and start engine number 2. Alright. Engine number 2. Fuel. Alright, assess the bright lights. Good. Alright, for taxi checklist is going to be, once your engines are started, we'll do Gen 1 and 2 on. Probe heats can go on. Packs to auto. Isolation valve auto. APU bleed off. APU off. Engines to continuous. Flap set to 5. Let's go ahead and flight controls. Up. Checked. Down. Checked. Left arrow on. Checked. Right arrow on. Checked. Right to left. Checked. Right to right. Checked. Flight controls complete. Recall check. Good. And taxi light can go on once request taxi. Alright. It's good. Alrighty. Let's go and request taxi. Porto ground, Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Okay, what the hell?
Porto ground Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Go ahead.
Porto ground, Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Request taxi.
Aircraft calling for taxi instruction.
I said
Say call
already.
sign.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Taxi holding point runway 35 via Bravo.
Taxi holding point runway 35 via Bravo for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Taxi light on.
Negative. Clarify departure runway 35 and taxi via Bravo.
Taxi runway 35 via Bravo for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo.
Negative. Taxi via Bravo.
Taxi holding point runway
Did that
35 via Bravo. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo.
Alright.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Contact Porto Tower 118.005. Good day.
Contact Porto Tower 118.005 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Alright, park brake off. Porto Tower, Ryanair.
Porto Tower, Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Go ahead.
Request departure. Porto Tower, Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, request departure.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, Porto Tower, wind 200 degrees. For knots, runway 35, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 35 clear for takeoff for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. What the hell is a building right here? Is this even realistic? There's a building right here. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that is concerning. So the runway's right there, which says a taxiway. We're gonna have to backtrack, kind of, because there's no runway here. There's no taxiway here somehow, even though it says on that ref there is. So, I have to taxi. Backwards taxi, no problem. Alrighty. And yeah, this is where we're supposed to go. This was the whole time, but they didn't push us back enough, so weird. But yeah, let's go ahead and get landing lights on. Runway turn-offs on, taxi light off, strobes on, wing light on, wheel well light on. It's good there. Same cabin. Cabin proceeds to departure. Alright, transponder on. Outboard on. Brakes right here. Hold the brakes 40%. Clocking it started. Full nose on pressure and toga. Reverse brakes. Speed's alive. 80 knots cross checked. Checks. V1. Rotate.
All aircraft be advised information Zulu now current.
Zero.
QNH 1018.
That's departure on out. Ain't no fly the aircraft. Get back level.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Contact Porto departure 120.901.
Contact Porto departure 120.91 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo.
Negative. Porto departure on 120.901.
Flap 1. On flap 1.
Contact Porto departure 120.901. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Porto, Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Good evening. Passing 3,200 feet, climbing to flight level 100.
Right after takeoff checklist, auto brakes off, engines off.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, Porto departure, identified. Climb flight level 170.
Climb to flight level 170 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Alright, coming to 170. Alright, transition out to center pressure. Past 59,000 feet. Alright, once we hit 10,000, go ahead and turn the landing lights and run the turn offs in the night, or land light and run the light off. Alright, 10,000 feet, land lights off, warning lights off. Lighting sucks in here. Let's go ahead and put that on dim so we can see a little more. Walking out Porto, Portugal. Be back here after the flight to Tangier, Morocco. Alrighty. Passed through 10,000 feet. Let's get the 14,000, most likely 14, 15,000, then most likely get total ATC would be pretty much all the way up to 35,000 feet.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Contact Lisbon Center 119.55.
Contact Lisbon Center 119.55 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Lisbon Center, good evening. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo passing flight level 148 for flight level 170.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, Lisbon Center, identified, climb flight level 350.
Climb to flight level 350 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Alex, yo. It's alright. Alright. How much miles out for top percent? Let's see. About 320 nautical miles out for top percent. So yeah, blowing down the speakers a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Think again. Okay, no. Alright. Passed through 18,000 feet. .48 minutes left. 320 nautical miles out. outside view. Okay. Not really good. Pretty loud up there too. Damn it. Just took off out of Portugal. Alrighty. Let's see. So we got supposed to land at 6:08 p.m. Eastern time. 9:40 estimated arrival in Zulu time. 328 nautical miles out. Once we get down into Morocco, we'll have a quick 20-minute turnaround flight back to here in Portugal. And yep. Question is, this is the weirdest terminal I've seen. I mean, it's a terminal, but it's a ramp instead. So it's a very small airport. So we got 2-8 into Monaco. Wish we got the 10 because we didn't go over the beach, but it is nighttime, so wouldn't matter. But yeah, got the 2-8 on. Probably vectors on it. But yeah, top descent is going to be, where is that going to be? Let's see. Top descent is going to be right before Porto. So right about, if I can find it. Alright. Right there. Once we get into the Atlantic. Alright. Let's go in the cabin because it's pretty loud up here on the flight deck. Once it gets cruising out too, it should calm down, but do we have interior? Is the door unlocked? And up, okay, you just go right through. Only Phoenix has it working, but yep. Alright, well, since we have kind of, not really a while, but some time, we'll just go ahead and walk through the cabin. Pretty plain. Well, let's go ahead and, let's go back to the plane. Right about here is good. Alright, so what we're gonna do is after the stream, we're doing Southwest overnight. Trying to go from the West Coast and the East Coast in about 12 hours. I was doing some math. We're not going to get there until, it might be exactly 12 hours. It could be a little short. We might have to make a part 2 to the stream. But yeah, it'll be New York to Baltimore, Baltimore to Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh to Nashville, Nashville to Kansas City, Kansas City to Chicago, Chicago to Denver, Denver to Phoenix, Phoenix to Las Vegas, Las Vegas to San Diego. Only reason why we're not going from Kansas City to Denver, which that was the original plan, Kansas City does not go to Denver in the 737-800 Southwest, because we need to do the same aircraft. So only other one I can find was Chicago. Oklahoma City could have worked, but don't think they would take the 800 either. But yeah. Was between, could have been to over up to Denver instead of Chicago Midway, but we got this. Alright, back in flight deck. Let's go ahead and go here. Change this. Alrighty. Hour and 16-minute flight time. So if hour and 16, we took off at what time? 15 minutes ago. All right. Took off 15 minutes ago, so we took about 4:43. Took off at 4:43. If we'd land, hour and 16 is going to be about 36 minutes. So plus like what, 10-15 minutes. So it says the estimated arrival is going to be, I don't know, 5:59, so about 6 o'clock we get there. So about another hour. Well, that's block time. Arrival time, 5:51. So 5:51, get out around like 6:20, 1:16. It's gonna be about 8 o'clock we'll end the stream. Stream's gonna be over. But yeah. I've not flown to Morocco. I've flown into Portugal in the sim. Actually, no, we have not been to Portugal. I thought I did. No, I did Lisbon and Madrid, yeah. But not into Portugal. So there's many new countries in Volanta. We're going to have 2 new countries we've flown into. It's going to be Morocco, which will be our second country that we landed in Africa, which I did off stream, which is into Ethiopia from Uganda. Actually, was it Uganda? Yeah, Uganda. And it would be our first flight into Portugal once we land. Alright. 36 minutes, still 36. It's just 6, so okay, switching. But yeah. Alright, we're at 35,000 feet. Almost at 35,000. Alright, we're cruising over Portugal. Let's see what's going on here. Alright. So this is 36 minutes, which is so false. So I don't know what time I'm supposed to land. Estimated arrival says 22:19 Zulu UTC time. So it's about that. Uh 6:02. Once we land into Morocco, I'm taking a little break. Alright, so we got about 160 or something like that. 320. $35 minutes. So about 20 minutes to top descent. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. And yeah, I'll be right back. Maybe like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. See. Be right back. Just make sure. Yep. Okay. Alright, and back. Let's see. 27 minutes out, it says. Don't think that's accurate because we did have to. Which will change this at different times, but let's see. About 8 nautical miles out, top descent. Almost 8 nautical miles, say 20 minutes. It's about 23 minutes, something like that. But yeah. Almost 8 nautical miles. Let's see. Do we get any ATC? Nope. Still Lisbon Center. Let's see. So it's looking like on the way back is going to be slower. Yeah, on the way back it's going to be slower. I don't know how slower, but it's going to be slower. Because we got the winds coming in from the south. Yeah, it's gonna be slower. Could have a little. Actually, no. But yeah, it will be slower. see how many nautical miles is that from. Alright, 214 nautical miles out from Morocco. Let's see, 105 to or top. Almost 80, so top percent. Alright. Wind again. But yeah, it's gonna be longer on the way back. Alright, 8 nautical miles out, top percent. Go over here, landing at dispatch. 28, flaps 40. Auto brake. Well, hold on, 11,000 foot runway, auto brake 2. $140, $134. So it's here. Alright, 135 plus 5 is gonna be 140. Surf final approach speed.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, clear to Biro 2 Alpha arrival, runway 28.
Clear to Biro 2 arrival. Clear to Biro 2 Alpha arrival, runway 28 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Alright. So it's gonna be right before or top.
Wilco, Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo.
Alright, so we're almost ready for top percent, 4 nautical miles out. Let's go and see our descent into Tangier. Most likely manual vectors and ATC will bring us down. Alright. 7 nautical miles out for top percent. Alright. Ten nautical miles out for top percent. Let's go ahead and look at our approach. Course is going to be 278. ILS frequency is going to be 109.3.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Descend to flight level 170.
Descend to flight level 170 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Okay, 170. Level change. 109.9. Alright, so our initial descent into Morocco. Alright, descend at 170. And a flow 35. 0. A little bumpy up here. Very bumpy up here. Trying to get down to 170. Took off 50 minutes ago. Auto brake 2. Jesus. Wind's not. The wind's not affected. Looks like just turbulence in general. Very bumpy. Alright, we are, let's see, 270.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Descend flight level 080.
Descent to flight level 080 for Ryanair 4 Juliet Echo. Alright, 8,000.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Contact Sevilla Center 118.275.
Contact Sevilla Center 118.275 for Ryanair 4 Juliet Echo. Sevilla Center, Ryanair 4 Juliet Echo. Good evening, flight level 200 for flight level 080.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, Sevilla Center, identified.
Alright, we are 100 nautical miles out from Morocco. I see city lights in the distance, which is the city of Tangier. That's Tangier. That's where we're landing. Gibraltar's off to our left. Passed through 17,000 feet. Let's slow this thing down to 270 or 280. See what breaks out. Alright, so 5:45 about. 8 minutes left until we arrive. That's what it's saying. I don't know if it's true. But yeah. Auto rest for Rick's elf. This arms for Rick's. $14,000 feet. Alright, 280, let's slow down to 265. Alright. 11,000. Let's go 250 now.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1016.
Descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1016 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. I literally held the thing down. Alright, 250 now speed. First wave here, yo. Alright, 10,000 feet, land lights on.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, contact Tangier approach 121.2.
Contact Tangier approach 121.2 for Ryanair 50 Juliet. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off the dome light because it's about to go down. Tangier, Ryanair 4 Juliet Echo, Good evening, 9,400 for 4,000.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo Tango approach, information Lima current,
16 miles out.
QNH1016, expect the ILS Zulu approach runway 28 to the Romeo Alpha Bravo Charlie 1 transition.
Landing runway 28, expect the ILS Zulu approach runway 28 with the runway Alpha Bravo Charlie 1 transition QNH 1016 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Alright, 58 nautical miles out. Alright. Let's see.
All aircraft be advised information Mach now current, QNH1016.
Alright. Since it's 11,000 foot runway, I'm going to use flaps 30. Use flaps 30. Okay, 141. Let's go back down here. Flaps 30, surrender 146. Alright, speed is going to be 284, which you're not going to do. Four 9 nautical miles out. Flaps once and come out 20 nautical miles. Let's go speed 140. A little breathing room.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, cleared direct Rabka, cross Rabka at or above 4,000 feet, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 28.
Cleared direct across the Repta at or above 4,000. Cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 28 for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Alright, so we're gonna have to manually vector ourselves in, and yeah. We are 45 nautical miles out, which, yeah. Let's go ahead and look at our approach charts. Glide slope is captured at, let's see, 3,200. It's glide slope. Okay, let's turn, let's see. Let's keep it chill. Let's go turn right heading 105. Center pressure off. Flying 105. Bring it down to 3,200. We are 4 nautical miles out. Keep this. Alright. So keep this. Go ahead and probably do that one. Should we go over here? Turn back in 278. It's gonna be all the way out here. It's in the middle of. Alright. 3,200. Turn left, 100. It's good. Alright. 35 knock miles out. We can do flaps 1. Two time on speed. Actually, no, let's just do that. Perfect. Coming into Morocco. Let's get up there, we'll go direct. Yeah, 528. Direct there. Third knock miles out. Keep 100. Flaps 2. $180 in the speed. 146 is our rear approach. And glide slope is going to be 3,200, yeah. Alright. Government altitude, so this approach is going to be climb straight ahead on heading 278 to 4,000 and as directed. So ATC will take us over that. Alright, let's get to 12 miles out. 14 be flaps 5. So we need flaps 30. That's all we need. And if we go curve direct is there. Actually not that. We clear direct there. But yeah. Alright, 16. Flaps 10, or flaps 5, actually. Trying to find knock miles out. Alright, we can hit the turn. Okay. LMAV on. Clear direct there. Approach mode on. 13 knock miles out. Flaps 10. Heading 278. Well, actually, let's go direct there. Yep. Flaps 10, 12 knock miles out. Okay. Flaps 15. Plus 25 is going to be at 8 knock miles. Glide slope is captured. Glide path is captured. Ten nautical miles out. Alright, flap, gear down. What the hell? My aircraft flaps 30. My aircraft.
2,500.
Yeah, my aircraft, please. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with that. Do not know what's going on there. Taking my aircraft out. Glide path did not want to work. Glide slope didn't work. Wish we got vectors on in. I wish we got.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Established ILS 28.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, Roger. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, contact Tangier Tower 119.5.
Contact Tower 119.5. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Tangier Tower, Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. ILS Zulu approach runway 28.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, Tangier Tower, wind variable 2 knots, runway 28 cleared to land.
Runway 28 cleared to land. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo.
Alright, make sure you never use that. I don't know what was going on that approach. Glide path did not want to work. Don't know why. But yeah, a little hot. We're high right now. Got back on the glide slope, but
1,000.
yeah, supposed to be a little lower on this, but wish the approach is smoother, but it's alright. I haven't flown in a month. 40s. Two whites, two reds. One red, oh, two whites. Two whites, two reds. Two whites, two reds.
100.
50 on the numbers.
50. 30.
Sync rate.
Cool. Power back.
10.
Versus speed brakes. Goes up
Yeah,
gently.
we definitely touched down.
So absolute terrible landing. Manual braking. 8 knots first stowed. Speed brakes up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Morocco.
Ryanair 40 Juliet
Speed,
Echo, exit left at Alpha.
Exit left at Alpha for Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Quick stop.
Exit left at Alpha. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo.
Alright, brakes on. Airplane checklist flaps can go up. Transponder can go to standby. Landing lights off. Runway terminals off. APU can get started. Strobes off. Wing light off. APU can get started. Yep. Propheats off. Engines to that. Auto brakes off. And yeah. Request taxi.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo. Request taxi to company gate.
Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo, taxi to ramp 10 via Alpha.
Taxi to ramp 10 via Alpha. Ryanair 40 Juliet Echo.
Is that? Alright, taxi to our ramp, and we're gonna head back over to Porto, Spain, Portugal. That was a terrible approach. Don't know what's going on there. 1 hour and 13 minutes on the flight time, 3 minutes early. I'll fast on the taxiway. But this is Ryanair, so like, I mean, Ryanair's known for hard landings, but that was pretty decent. Take a right here, but hold up. Here it is. Alright. Right here. Cannot see. There's bad lighting in this game, or yo. Where's your but yeah. Text light off. Cannot see. Turn that back on. Even though in real life you're not supposed to. What is this? Okay, which way you want me to go? Terrible parking, just absolute terrible parking scenery, bro. Terrible parking. Oh, hell no. Alright, park brake on, engines 1 and 2 off. Press the boarding lights, yellow, we're down to Morocco. Okay, let's go ahead and get APU gens on. This light off. Anti-collision light off. Wing light off. It's good. Can we please? No. Can I Yo, what is going on? Deboard. Okay, end the flight. Okay, now. Well, just whip me there, maybe. Okay, deboard. No use stairs. You weren't requested. Okay. Alright, since we got there, let's see. 1 hour and 12 minutes flight time. Alright, this is Ryanair. Let's get back to action and head back over to Portugal. Complete flight. And we are going to be Ryanair 8617, which is going to be 41, which is going to be, let's see, alright, let's go ahead and come back here. Open that. There. Open sim brief. Delete that. Come back here. It's 41 Juliet Echo. Pretty sure. No, it's gonna be that. It's all the way around. Okay. Do that. Fly now. Alright. Get that. It's good there. Red panel. Seatbelt off. Keep her like that. Go ahead. Sim roof's good there. Alright. Plan new flight. There's flight number. Yeah, let's see. Get that. Going back up to Portugal.
Beyond ATC connected.
Alright, there we go. Let's go request new flight plan data. Go to menu page, route, request, set payload, set fuel, select route. Can I see it's connected? Just ATIS, okay. Alright, let's get ATIS.
1 knots. Ceiling and visibility okay. Temperature 18 degrees, dew point 15 degrees, QNH 1016. Landing and departing runway 28. Transition level 050. Advise on initial contact you have information Delta.
Tangier Tower, Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec with information. Delta request have clearance to Porto, Portugal.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, Tangier Tower, cleared to Francisco Sacarnero, runway 28. After departure radar vectors ACM, climb to flight level 060, squawk 165
Clear to Porto Airport, runway 28 after departure radar vectors. Added climb, ACM, climb to flight level, okay.
Negative, squawk 165
Climb to flight level 060, squawk 1, okay.
Negative, squawk 165
Clear Cleared to Francisco S.A. Carnero,
Pissed me off.
runway 28.
These are
After
what a
departure,
co-pilot
radar
do.
vectors ADKIM. Climb to flight level 060, squawk 1653, Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec.
Okay.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Call back around for pushback or engine start for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Alright, so that's good. We were going 28 on out. No, sit on out. Alright. 28. Bravo into Porto is going to be ILS 17, and it's going to be via the Abu 3 Mike, and it's going to be the no transition. Okay, there, perfect. Go and then pref init request. Get the fuel. Alright, load that. And shoot. Let's go ahead and get our departure. 28 on out. Alex, yo. Going back. Alright. Departure on out. Let's go over here. Cell temp is 51. Take off. Flaps 5. TG trim 142, 144, and 148. Perfect. 148 plus 5 is gonna be plus 10 is gonna be 158. And same heading. That's alright. Let's go look through our flight plan. Flight plan looks set through out to the north, and just come back into 17. Flight plan complete. Perfect. Alright, perfect on that. Yeah, flight directors, all is now on. I think we're ready to go. Alright. So I think we're ready to go. Coast push and start, we're gonna be pushing back. Let's just look at our let's see. 28, push back to the I don't know if we push back to the right, it might not push us fully back. But we're gonna have to do it because yeah. We're facing kind of south right now, but if not we can just do what we did last time, but okay. Let's see. Tangier Tower, Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, request push and start. Alright, anti-collision light. On. Seatbelts on.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, you need to check the frequency for taxi instructions.
I asked for goddamn pushback.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, ramp 10, request pushback.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, Tangier Tower, pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Pushback approved, face west for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Alright, that's good. Face west, so even though we're technically facing south right now, which is going to be pushed back to the left, which that's going to mean. So we'll push back left. Okay, let's just not board those, bro. Go ahead and go back here. Wait for that load. Push back. What is going on? Departure request. Alright, push. Alright, push and start. Anti-close light is on. Yeah. What's the local time here? Local time is 11:12 p.m. Nice. In Morocco. Going back up to Portugal. That's where we came from. This time we are going up to the north. We are going over Spain a little bit. Then we're heading back west into Portugal. Alright, for the engine, we're going to go ahead and wait for that. Once our gears locked. Jesus. What the hell? Alright, push back left. Park brake off. Alright, overhead panel. Packs off. If you bleed on. Start engine number 1. I don't know where the hell we're pushing back, but it does not seem right. Maybe, but we'll see. Alright, 25%, it will add in fuel into the aircraft. And engine number 1 spooling up. Alright, start engine number 1. Set parker brake already. Serious. Parker brake set. It's another TCAS test, just in case.
TCAS test. Pass.
Yikes. G6 be tweaking sometimes. I'm scared, where do they push us back?
Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
They push us back onto, they push back to, let's see. Alright, they pushed us back, right? Yep, alright. Start engine number 2. Wait, 25%, engine number 2. Alright, there's 25%. Add fuel in aircraft. It's on engine number 2. Alright, flaps actually. Hold up. I'm down back on. Alright, gens 1 and 2. Propeats. Packs. Auto. APU boot off. APU off. Tax light on. Flap set to 5. Continuous. Continuous. Flight controls. Jet up. checked, down, checked, left, checked, right, checked, rudder left, checked, rudder right, checked. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, flight controls complete. John, yo. Yo. Alright, let's go ahead and go back here, make sure ground maintenance. I don't know if we can do this exactly here, but maybe we can. Do everything here. Looks like. Allowing us to, so it's allowing us. Take it. Usually do it at the ramp, but yeah. Tangier Tower, Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, request taxi to active. Alright, so we're gonna be
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, taxi to holding point Alpha, runway 28, via Alpha.
taxi to holding point Alpha, runway 28 via Alpha for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec.
Negative, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 28 taxi via Alpha for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec.
Negative, taxi
Okay,
via
can you
Alpha.
shut the hell up? ATC here.
Taxi to holding point Alpha, runway 28 via Alpha, Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec.
Jesus, bro, it's not without. This AI sucks, bro. Taxi on now. Take a right. Alright, level VNAV on, auto throttle on. Hopefully tonight's stream is more smoother than this. It's an absolute terrible stream so far. Terrible approach coming in here. Like to take that back. That terrible approach. But yeah. Tonight's stream is gonna be a long one and more fun. Alright. How long is the flight time? Cruising at 36,000 feet. 36,000. What else? Flight time is 1 hour and 13 minutes. A little short, it says. I thought it was gonna be longer, but guess not. Tangier Tower, Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, request departure.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, Tangier Tower, wind variable, 1 knots, fly runway heading, runway 28, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading runway 28, clear for takeoff for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Clear for takeoff, runway 28. Fly runway heading on out, going up to 6,000. A little fast taxi on out, but we're not Southwest, but tonight's stream is Southwest, so we will be doing a lot of fast taxiing. Alright, ready for departure. go ahead and get landing lights on, runway turn-offs on, taxi light off, strobes on, wing light on, and TCAS on. Auto throttle on too. In the cabin. Cabin crew sees Porto and cross, right? Alright. 1 hour 13 minutes up to back up to Portugal. Should be a nice one. We're gonna fly when we're heading on out. Alright. Clock gonna get started. 40% rolling takeoff. Come on. Let's go. 40%. Full nose down pressure. And toga. Airspeed's alive. 8 knots cross-checked. Full length runway. Positive rate. Euro. I mean, V1 rotate. Jesus, bro. Rushing it.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Fly wrong, heading on out. And flying on out.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec, contact Tangier departure 121.2.
Contact Tangier departure 121.2 for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Tangier departure Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Good evening, 2,600 for 6,000.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec, Tangier departure, identified to climb flight level 180.
Climb to flight 180 for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Alright, after takeoff checklist, auto brakes off, engine switches, engine start switches off, front turn-offs off.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec, turn right, heading 005.
Turn right heading 005 for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Good departure on out. Stand pressure.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec, cleared direct at Kim. Resume on navigation.
Clear direct at Kim for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Alright, next departure on out. Let's go ahead and look at the landing altitude back into Portugal. Let's look at that. We're taking ILS runway 17. ILS 17. It's gonna be Cat 1. It's 200. Alright, once past through 10,000 feet, 10,000 feet, landing lights can come off. Wing light can come off. Dig the cabin. Very fast turnaround. Minute turnaround. $52 minutes says we have left as we just took off about 5 minutes ago. Second flight of the day.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec to contact Sevilla Center 118.275.
Contact Sevilla Center 118.275 for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec.
Negative, Sevilla Center on 118.275.
Contact Sevilla Center 118.275 for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Sevilla Center, Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec, good evening. Lift you flight level 160 for flight level 180.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec, Sevilla Center, identified climb flight level 360.
Climb to flight level 360 for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Alright, 360. Alright. Almost 169 miles out, top center. pass through to, let's see. Pass through flight level 210. It says we have about 41 minutes left. Gonna land about 7:30. It says we're gonna land at 7:36. That's the exact time. So it was about an hour. Block time is gonna be 8 o'clock. Like I said at first, well, then the stream will be over. That's what it looks like. Alrighty, we are still almost 160 nautical miles out. Alright, flight level 2181. So we have took off 16 minutes ago. That's how long we really took off. Just at the turn. Yeah, we just hit the turn. Let's see. Still 320 on, not miles out, top percent. About. See. Volanta says 35 minutes, but really more like an hour. Out. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Alright, I am back. We are 1 hour, 160 nautical miles out from top of descent into Portugal. This is about 12 minutes, so about 48 minutes. So we're on the ground, took off 25 minutes ago, it says we had 32 left. Alright, 26 minutes ago, took off. But yeah, took the winds now. The winds still, well, technically we did have a little push by the winds to the north on departure, which kind of helped, that would help us. But it looks like we're starting getting the wind soon. I'll get a headwind. But yeah.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec, contact Lisbon Center 119.55.
Contact Lisbon Center 119.55 for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Lisbon Center, good evening. Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec with you, flight level 360.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec, Lisbon Center, identified.
Alright, about 8.5 miles out from top descent. Let's go ready for top descent. We are going to do, let's see, how long's the runway into there? 11,000 still. Flaps 30, 148, 154. Alright, 154. Let's look at our arrival. Let's see, 11,000. Keep it at. tomorrow. I mean, 11,000 feet. We're descending to shortly. That's that. 171 is our course setting. ILS frequency is going to be same thing as last time. So yeah. So it'll be 149 plus 5. Our top percent's 89 miles out. Per. Almost halfway there. More than halfway. About 30 minutes left. Alright. 23 minutes left. Took off at 6:22 p.m. Eastern Time about 40 minutes ago. A little bumpy. Alright, 4 miles out.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Cleared A-Blake tree Mike arrival. Runway 17.
Cleared Ava 3 Mike, arrival runway 17 for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Alright, about 20 miles out. Top percent. So 17 miles out. Took off 40 minutes ago. Alright. Almost top percent. Actually, you probably can start now.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Approaching our top of descent. Ready for descent.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Descend to flight level 230.
Descend to flight level 230 for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Alright, start top percent. Alright. Setting through, flight level 300. About 30 minutes left. 11 it says, but I don't know if that's true. It's on the flight the 230. Might need to slow down a little. It says we have 75 miles out. We are 113. So descend to
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Descend to flight level 160.
descend to flight level 160 for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Descend via start to 4,000 feet. QNH 1019er.
Descend to 4,000 QNH 1019er for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Alright, down speed to 290. Saying it's 4,000. Pacify roll 210 200. Alright. 8 minutes left says. More like 20. Pass through 18,000 feet will do 280 on the speed. Supposed to descend to 4,000, but try and get down there quick. Alright. Pass through 16,000. Rx2. We are, let's see how many miles out from the airport. We are 74. See 260 on the speed. 265. 260. Let's see what the glide slope capture will be at. Glide slope was captured at 1,900 feet. Alright, 250, 240 on the speed. Alright, we are 57 nautical miles out. Alright, passing 10,000 feet, land lights on. Wing light on.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Contact Porto approach 120.901.
Contact Porto approach 120.91 for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Porto approach, good evening, Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, 9,600 for 4,000.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec, Porto approach. Information X-ray current. Good evening. QNH 1019er. Expect the ILS approach runway 17.
Expect the ILS approach runway 17 QNH 1019 for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Alright, take that 4,000 out of the way. Alright, 1,900 is our glide slope. Our go around altitude is going to be, let's see. So misapproach, proceed straight ahead to 6,000 feet. When passing 3,000, turn right to Bitomo, holding contact Porto approach. Alright, pass through 7,000. 4 nautical miles out. Airport should be off to our right. It's somewhere down there. Under the clouds. There's 6 nautical miles. Alright, 4,000. 32 nautical miles out. .154 is our V approach. Alright, center pressure. Took off an hour and 2 minutes ago. 39 miles out. Alright, so it says 4,000 at Innova, then 1,900 is like a light slope. Actually 3,200. I think 2,400 is a light slope. 26 nautical miles out. Alright, 24 nautical miles out. Once we hit 20, we'll do flaps 1. Actually, we could do flaps 1 now, which we're going to do. Flaps 1.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Cleared direct AVNAV. Cross AVNAV at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS approach runway 17.
Clear direct AVNAV, across AVNAV at or above 4,000. Cleared ILS approach runway 17 for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Nineteen nautical miles out. Let's see, 4,000. Flaps 2. Localizer is captured. Once we take this turn, we'll do it. So 171. $3,200. Class 5. Direct bar. Runway's in sight. 13 nautical miles out. Do flaps 10. We don't need drag anymore. 2,400. Eleven nautical miles out. Or established.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Established 17.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Roger.
2,500.
Alright, once we hit flaps 8, when we get 8 nautical miles out, gear down, flaps 15.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Contact Porto Tower 118.005. Have a good evening.
Contact Porto Tower 118.005 for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Porto Tower, Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Good evening, 8 nautical mile final.
Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Porto Tower. Wind 180 degrees, 8 knots. Runway 17 cleared to land.
Runway 17 cleared to land for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Alright, flap 25. 154. Flaps 30. Brake set. Turn turn-offs on. Flap 5. I'm flap 30. Taki Yoke. Alright, final approach 17. Alright, once we hit 1,000 my aircraft, then my throttles. Ground altitude is going to be 6,000. $1,000.
1,000.
My aircraft. My throttles. Alright, clear to land runway 17. Two-way steerheads. Bring down a little low. Got 10 knot headwind.
100.
50 on numbers maybe. A little low, but we'll
50.
see.
30.
Full barrel back.
20.
Flare. Get a little down. Versers Speed brakes, nose turn gently, decel. Manual braking, 8 knots first stowed, speed brakes up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Porto, Portugal.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Exit left next available taxiway.
Auto brake off. Exit left next available taxiway for Ryanair 3 Lima, Quebec. Alright, clock can get stopped 1 hour 11 minutes on the flight time, 2 minutes early. Take available next available taxiway, which is going to be Delta. The local time is 12:34 a.m.
All aircraft be advised information Yankee now current. QNH1019er.
Alright. Take a left here. Take off here at Delta. Alright. It's alright. Alright, take off here and let's get the plane ready for taxi. Back to
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Contact ground 118.855.
Contact ground 118.855 for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Alright, after landing checklist, flaps up. Flaps are going up. Transponder off to standby. Land lights off. Runway off. Turn off lights off. Taxi light on. APU can get started. Wing light off. Strobes off. Anti-collision light off. That's good there. Overhead panel. Pro heat's off. Auto brake is off. Taxi light off. Yep. APU general request taxi. Porto ground Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec request taxi to gate Sierra 30.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Welcome to Francisco Sacarnero Airport. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
Gate Sierra 30.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Say again gate number.
Sierra 30, bro.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Say again gate number.
Oh. I'm done. Just use this.
Request gate Sierra 30, Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec.
Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec. Taxi to stand Sierra 30 via Bravo.
Texas stand Sierra 30 via Bravo for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec.
Negative. Taxi via Bravo.
Taxi via Bravo for Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec.
Negative. Taxi via Bravo.
I said that already. Holy.
Taxi to stand Sierra 30 via Bravo. Ryanair 3 Lima Quebec.
Perfect off. What was the landing rate on that? Landing rate was negative 32 feet per minute. With a winds 1809, 1.06 G's at 128. Alright, GSX. Let's go ahead. Put that over there. Just like put down there. Alright, flight director's off too. On both sides. TFs. Gates right there. Very rare for Ryanair have gates, even though they're a pretty fast, efficient airline, even though they have absolute terrible landings. Pull into the gate right here. Alright, sand 30. Try to get on the center line. Little brakes, get back in center. A little more, come on. We're almost there. Nope. We have to get it perfect. Come on. So close. Shoot. It's fine. Parker brake off, engines 1 and 2 off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Porto, Portugal. Deboarding. Port's on the line. What are you talking about? Alright, taxi light off. Park brake on, and let's end the flight. Flight time was 1 hour and 10 minutes. Block time gate TA was 1 hour and 26 minutes. Liner was negative 31 feet per minute. Departure time was 6:22 p.m. Eastern time, landing at 7:33 p.m. Eastern time. And block time, we took pushback from the gate at 6:13 p.m. and landed at, we got to the gate at 7:40. So yeah, we will know request ground power. Let's go ahead and shut the aircraft back to code and dark. First thing we do is go ahead and, well, not first thing, but you know, fuel pumps can go off. All fuel pumps can go off. Packs can go off. EPU bleed is off. Electric pumps off. Window heats off. Seat belts off. IRS is off. Yamp damper off. And we'll go ahead and shut the aircraft back to cone dark. APU bleed off. Turn that back again. Mercedes light off. Battery off. Alright. Made here back down into Portugal. Went from Portugal here in Porto, Portugal, back down to Tangier, Morocco, and then we headed back up here to Porto, Portugal in Ryanair. Alright, so we made it here, and we are going to have a stream tonight around 11 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see you guys later tonight. Peace out like a trout.
Your face said it all to me. I could tell you didn't want to leave, 'cause you knew what was best for me. Who knew what we had become? A monster inside of us. We had it coming along for a while now. Had fire at the start, but emotions put it out. Just waiting for something to spark again. I keep asking myself how it's happened.